Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Punk Rock Radar. And today we are discussing John's top 10 albums of 2025. We've discussed Kyle's, we've discussed mine, and finally, the most anticipated top 10 we've been waiting for, the official John Core list. We need to know, what are John's top 10 punk records of 2025? I'm going to go ahead and pass it to John. And John, how was 2025 overall as a year for punk rock, in your opinion, before we get started?
I thought it was pretty good. I said in the last year video, I thought 2024 was a little bit of slump. There was some cream at the top, I feel like this year we got a lot more diversity, a lot of good releases from bands that haven't released things in several years. I got some comebacks on my list. I got some new bands, some debuts on my list. But I did want to do one thing before we start and just shout out the official Punk Rock Radar releases because I didn't want to do my whole list of Punk Rock Radar releases. I thought that'd be a little disingenuous. So before we get started, we'll just shout these out quick. We had Rebuke, Things One Shouldn't Have to Say, awesome skate punk band from Sweden. Then we had The Weekend Cigarettes and Verse Chorus Inferno, Weekend Inferno Split, both bands from Italy. We had the Skeech album, Sunny Side of Shitty Town from Germany. Then we had both Weak with Strangers at Home and Fast Loud, Rice Again from Spain. Then two Czech Republic bands, Jet 8 with Break the Silence and Rabies High on Sugar. And then we closed it out with French band, the Joy Blasters with Back to Pizza Planet and Tape It Shut, Suspicious Package, which was almost made it into my top 10. I love that record too. So a shout out to those nine. I think we did 9 releases this year. Got a couple more planned for early 2026. So thanks to everybody who listened to those, picked them up. And if you want to check them out, you know where the link is. But we can get into my list whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, let's go
All
ahead and
right.
do it. Yeah, punkrockradar.limitedrun.com down below. Our number 10 slot, John. Who made it into your number 10 slot?
All right, so this was a late entry. I think almost everything on my list was July and back because I like to make sure that I'm making a good decision. But this one came out in October. It's a Big Fist. The album's called The Correct Way to Make Art. Ironically, if you've been following some of the drama in the YouTube and Discord channels, but they're from Toronto, and they reached out to me in August 2022, actually, with their, I feel like maybe their first single, and then like I kind of forgot about this band, and then recently, or when this album was coming out, they sent me the Saving Faces single, and I'm thinking, and I want to get Kyle's opinion, but the band I hear most is like Every Time I Die, and then mixed with like Latin for Truth, if you guys are familiar with the Youth Crew Blues album. But it's just, I'm trying to think how to describe it. It's like, it's hardcore, but I'm a fringe hardcore fan. So there's just tons of like punk rock elements through this. Like you're going to get beat downs, you're going to get gang vocals, you're going to get sing-alongs. There's just so many influences. And I just found myself really enjoying this album. And I threw it on here like 2 or 3 days ago because and just really enjoying it. But my favorites from here, Saving Faces and Licking Batteries. And I do have all the albums on my top 10 I did purchase. This one is a Bandcamp only, so I did buy it from Bandcamp. But if you guys like it, we'll play a clip and go support the band if you do like it. But what did you guys think of this?
Oh, go ahead, Kyle. What'd you think of Big Fist?
Yeah, no, this is awesome. I haven't got to listen to it a whole bunch, but I'm going to be listening to this a bunch throughout the 2026 as well, I think here. But yeah, I think you're right. Like it's like there's sometimes these hardcore bands that have more of a punk flavor to them. Like I always think of like Casey Jones as kind of being like that
Yeah.
kind of style, right? But yeah, I can hear the Every Time I Die influence on this. I'd never heard of this band, but it's cool if they're from Toronto because I'll probably get to see them. I was looking at their Instagram page and I saw they played a show called The Big Show 2, and it was all bands that have big in the name. They played with Big Milk, Big Pit, Big Fist, or that's them, and then Big Evil. Um, so there's a lot, a lot of
That's
big
awesome.
bands in
Yeah.
Canada
Big,
right
Big Evil
now.
must be a ska-core band. I don't know why. It makes me think of like a crack rock band.
Yeah, I can
Um,
see that. But no, this is awesome, and I love the artwork. It reminds me a lot of the Direct Hit album. I have the poster behind me,
oh yeah,
the
definitely.
Crown
Definitely
of
looks like
Nothing.
direct hit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's super cool.
No, I love the art. I love the band logo that like so very like graffiti 90s look to it. And I feel like this literally feels like a band that could have been on a Punkorama comp in like 1998. Like definitely it's like one of those bands. Like it has this hardcore epitaph punk feel to it, but then also sometimes I feel like they go into these almost like alternative 90s, almost
Yeah.
borderline sometimes pop punk choruses just randomly, and I think that makes it like really cool and dynamic and fun. I think I listened to this like back a while ago because obviously the album art's pretty captivating. You want to listen to it. I don't know if it stuck with me, but re-listening to it after you put it on, I think it's actually like an excellent hardcore record that I was sleeping on. So also, it's so funny. John has struggled so much with making this list for you guys. He gave us like a list of like 5 bands. He's like, which one of these do you like better? And like everyone was discussing it, and then he Big Fist was not even on that list of bands. It just ended up in the top 10.
It's a great pick
So,
though.
It's a great
Yeah,
pick.
yeah.
yeah.
So, but John, what is your number 9 slot here?
All right, number 9, we are going to St. George, Utah. We're gonna do Bridge the Gap with their album Gainsayer.
That creature lurks within my bones, and I feel it rising fast. It's the dark night of the soul. I'm the train that jumped the track. I can't negotiate or plead with the lizard being deep inside of me. The gift of self is one that I am in the throes of giving up the ghost, and the battle rages ever on.
Which is on Double Helix, Spam, and P Records. And this was on their last album, which was Secret Combinations, was on both mine and Dylan's top 10 of 2023. So this is a band I'm kind of liking this flow. Like they don't make us wait very long. We get top 10 albums 2 out of the last 3 years. And what I hear from this one, and again, I want your guys' input. I hear a lot of Process of Belief era Bad Religion mixed with like American Paradox era Strung Out. But then you get the very melodic tendencies of like No Use for a Name. Those are like the 3 bands I'm hearing most in this album. So we get like a little bit of a late 90s, early 2000s Epiphat cocktail, which you guys watch the channel, you know that's exactly what I look for. But you're also going to get tons of big riffs, catchy sing-alongs. There's solos and shit on here. It's just a really fun melodic skate punk album, and shout out to Bridge the Gap too, friends of the channel. So happy to support them any way that I can.
Oh, Elliot, I think you're muted.
Yo, my bad.
There you
Sorry, I'm muted because I just played a song real quick because I was just thinking of the Process of Belief comparison, and the Broken Language has such a Process of Belief like
Yeah.
bass line. I could totally see that. Like I was like thinking about that too. I love the Process of Belief, the bass playing on this. One of my favorite Bad Religion records, and this does feel like a really big album, big choruses, big riffs. So if you're just looking for like technical fast, but I feel like not overly complicated. It's still pretty straightforward. So we're not getting too much into just, we're just doing crazy guitar solos and everything, and that's overshadowing the songwriting and the melody. So I think it's super solid skate punk record. What do you think, Kyle?
So I'm hearing Thrice mixed in here, like early Thrice, like the Illusion of Safety and like Artist
Yeah.
in the Ambulance kind of stuff, but like mixed in with like Bad Religion, No Use for a Name.
Hmm.
So yeah, no, it's really cool. I love early Thrice, so this is up my alley. But yeah, no, solid album. I remember when you guys did the first listen, loved it back then, and just gotta just keep going back to this again.
That's a good call, dude. Artist in the Ambulance is a good call out. I didn't make that connection until you said it. Now I'm like, definitely, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, John, what is your number 8 slot here?
All right, so I lied a little bit. I do have a Punk Rock Radar album, and this is my genuine list here, guys. So we're going to Barcelona, Spain, and we're gonna do Fast Loud's album Rice Again. Because the first time I heard this, I got some early mixes from the band, and I had heard the previous material and I thought it was okay, but then the first 3 songs on this one, A New Disease, The Ogre, and Everything Is Relative. The first thing I did, I was talking to Johnny from Cat's Claw, talking to some of our other partners. I was like, this band sounds like Satanic Surfers meets NoFX, and that's
definitely.
2 of some of my favorite bands. And just to have a modern skate punk band that's doing the dual guitars the way NoFX was doing in the 90s. It was just such a cool sound. And then we get songs on the back half Sorry Again that are more melodic and pop punk style. It's just an awesome throwback Epiphat album. And again, I'll keep saying it over and over again, that's this kind of stuff that I listen to, and I thought this is one of the best skate punk albums of the year, and super stoked to be part of it. But genuine inclusion here, Fast Loud, Rice Again.
What did you think of this genuine inclusion?
This I think this was my favorite one actually of your whole list. I just love the way it sounds. I sometimes I'm against bands sounding so much like their influences, but sometimes bands do it and it just sounds so perfect and done well. And I feel like this is a great example of that. But yeah, definitely very NoFX-y. The music video for A New Disease is really awesome too. I think that's posted on the channel, right? But yeah, just a great fast punk album, straightforward.
I think the Satanic Surfers call out is really perfect for this. It really does feel like a NoFX meets Satanic Surfer. Yeah. Also, it's a real ripper. This is in my top 5 of your list here. It's an absolute ripper. It really does have those the dual skate punk guitars, but done perfectly. Everything's really tight. Everything is really well structured. Everything has a great energy to it. So I mean, as far obviously a lot of bands do throwbacks, but sometimes I think they miss the appeal and the charm of 90s and 2000s Epitaph, and it's almost just an imitation. This feels like it could have just been released in the 2000s, definitely early 2000s. So
and they have some ska punk stuff in there too.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It makes it feel NoFX because of that too.
Definitely, just when all of the bands just had 2 random ska songs on their skate punk record.
Yeah.
So no, excellent pick, John. But John, are we number 7? Are we number 7 now?
Number 7.
Yeah. What is your number 7 slot, John?
All right, we're going to a band that had a 27-year, I don't know my calculator, but I believe 27-year gap between albums. This is Cleveland, Ohio's Whatever, and the album's called Into Darker Days. came out on Doctor Strange Records earlier this year, and I had like was vaguely familiar with this band. I feel like Broken Head may have mentioned the last one, but this is another band where it feels like this could have come out in 1998 or 1999, but it feels like a spiritual successor to the last one. I feel like they did a really good job making a genuine album that, to me, Pennywise meets Ordcore. I said that in the Discord and everyone kind of disagreed with me, but like the riff style, the chorus style, it's very Pennywise to me, but the vocals are like an Enemy U or Banner Pilot Ordcore style vocal. But from this one, I think the first two songs are probably my favorite, but Among the Dead and Useless on the B-side, I think are really good songs. I don't remember which clip I ended up doing, but like one of those four, but just like a really fun album. And I mentioned it in the vinyl collection video, but like how 90s is this album cover too? They just totally capture the vibe.
Could be a Bad Religion
but yeah.
album cover with all those buildings there.
Yeah, I feel
The
like
black
late
and the
90s
red,
is-
yeah.
I mean, Black and the Red was definitely in early 2000s, a little bit more than the 90s. But I think the Pennywise Enemy U comparison is actually pretty spot on. Like, people were disagreeing. I don't know who's disagreeing
Yeah.
with you, but I feel like the vocals are definitely that kind of like emo pop punk kind of Enemy U sound, definitely. And yeah, I could see just as kind of like the Pennywise riffage on this thing. So I think it's like a pretty apt comparison. So yeah, well, what'd you
Thank
think
you.
of it, Kyle? So you're welcome.
Yeah, I think this is probably the slower of the picks you had here, which is nice. I'm not saying that's a bad part, but yeah,
Why are you saying that's a bad part?
it's not. It's not. It doesn't always have to be fast, guys. It doesn't always have to be fast. But
We have fast, loud. Now we got whatever. Why are we slowing it down, John? Now go ahead.
well, that is funny that the other band is just literally called Fast Loud. It's exactly
Yeah.
what they were.
What an
playing.
accurate name. I feel
Yeah.
like more bands need to have accurate names,
But no, I did really like the album, and I had not heard of them before, so I listened to Jabberwocky and Youngsters, and I do feel like you kind of nailed it, John, where it feels like sometimes bands come back and they've like had these long hiatuses and they kind of just change their sound. But
They
this
just get that modern
this feels
production, I
like probably
feel
what
like.
their fans
Yeah.
want, Like
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
probably what their fans want. But no, it's a great album, yeah.
It'll feel like they take a big hiatus and they come back and they're just like, well, let's just like overproduce this to hell because we're all super old. But this does feel like it could have been released in like 2001 or something like that. So
Yeah.
also, I had no clue I didn't do much research. I didn't know these guys had stuff in the 90s. I'm gonna have to check out the 90s records
Yeah.
now as well. So I had
Yeah.
no idea. I thought this was
I
like
think
a
I
new
re-
band.
I think I read they formed in 91 or something like that. It's just
Yeah, they
which
have
is
like
wild.
95. Like they're
Yeah.
like early to the skate punk boom. So all
Yeah.
things
Childhood
considered.
friends, it says too, so that's cool.
So we'll love to see childhood friends stick together. So,
Yeah.
what's your number 6 slot here, John?
Number 6, probably a little bit of a surprise for some people. It was a surprise for me, but this is the biggest band on my list, I would say. And I don't usually pick albums that are unanimously like people love. Like this is going to be on a lot of other channels' lists, but this is Scowl's album, Are We All Angels? They're from Santa Cruz, California.
Couldn't really quite explain replace the pain with fantasy. It's out there. Never find right words to say. Replace the pain with fantasy. It's out there.
This is a band that's kind of been on like a meteoric rise of late, but I didn't know who they were until we had Rachel from Rachel Rama come on the Women in Punk episode, and she mentioned them a couple times. The
Yeah,
last
definitely.
album, the one with the flower on it. So that was the first time I had ever listened to Scowl, and I thought that album was okay. And then when this one came out, I started to hear the singles like Babe and fantasy, and I'm like, this band like has something here because there's very mainstream pop parts to this with like the vocal melodies. It's got a lot of 90s alternative, which I've said 2 or 3 times already is like a sweet spot for me. And just the range that you get from each song, where it's kind of like that band, Is It Nice? Where it's like you get kind of lulled into this kind of sensual, nice part, and then all of a sudden these like shrieks hit you, but it all works so nicely. And just the first 3 songs, I don't know how you can listen to those first 3 songs and not be hooked and not feel like they've got something special here. So I really enjoy this album. It's like, just to be completely transparent, it's probably the first female fronted hardcore album that I've like genuinely loved. So it's making me think I need to go back and like revisit some of that other stuff that I've looked over, because it's honestly just a fantastic pop punk, mainstream pop hardcore album. Like one of the best I've heard.
Definitely, dude. Kyle, what did you think of Scowl? Are We All Angels?
Yeah, so I was surprised at first, John, when you picked this, because I used to watch this band a ton like a couple years ago on the Hate 56 channel. If you guys have never seen it, it's like all these awesome live hardcore shows.
Yeah, it's a great channel.
And yeah, like they were just doing straight up hardcore, it felt like maybe on those early albums. Whereas this is like, yeah, there's more pop punk. It's like they've developed this new sound. I love the direction they've taken.
Mm-hmm.
It's there's the contrast between the screaming and then the nice singing parts. Like it's just perfect. I've always loved women hardcore bands. Like I love Walls of Jericho. And there seems to be like this kind of rise of women hardcore singers. I always get them mixed up with another
Buggin',
band.
dude. Remember Buggin'?
Buggin's good, yeah. And
Buggin's
another
great.
band is Dying Wish. I always get them mixed them up with Scowl. But no, this is like I agree, it's like a special album for some reason.
Yeah.
But I'll be listening to this a whole bunch this year again. So
First song is called Special. Right on cue there, Kyle.
there you go. Yeah.
Look, John, not only is this probably one of the best records of the year, like it would have made mine as well. Like this is such a great record. I had such a good time with this. If we're considering this a pop punk album, which it definitely is, obviously they have hardcore breakdowns in it too. It's like one of the best female fronted pop punk albums I've heard in probably the last couple years. I mean, there's a lot of bands that have been coming out. Like I think Winona Fighter had one come out this year, and I just felt it was a little generic. It wasn't bad. And then you had obviously, what is it, Stand Atlantic, which I feel like is fun, but I feel like never captivates me for an whole album. This really is like it's so well put together, and just as a pop punk album in general, it's definitely one of the best of the year, probably one of the best of the last couple years as well. I think it's absolutely great. Like the song Babe, the melodies are so catchy, the singer is so great. Having those like hardcore breakdowns kind of in place of like easycore breakdowns, I think is so much better for 2025, because we've heard all these easycore breakdowns like Meet Me at the Altar does and stuff like that, where it gets a little stale. Like we've heard this style of riff before, but you don't hear as many just straight up like hardcore breakdowns and pop punk songs. So I loved it. I thought it was a great pick.
Yeah.
So glazed the Scowl record there a good bit. For it. Oh my gosh, John, we're at the top 5. Sound the alarms. Drum roll, Kyle. Drum roll. All right. I'm glad you did it. I didn't know if you were gonna. So, John, what is your number 5 slot?
Number 5 album, another repeat. I don't remember what year I had the last one. I think 2022, but we're gonna go $500. Their album Pest Sounds, which I don't know why every time I've talked about it in other videos, I've mispronounced Pest Sounds. Just for some reason, it's hard for me to say.
Where I come from, people drive around, having fun, living other people's nightmares. They get high and fuck around. What they lack in common sense, they make up in self-esteem.
this band is very hard for me to describe. When I try to say how they sound to other people, I usually say kind of Nimrod, Green Day's Nimrod,
Okay.
mixed with like some Warning, but like I also get like some, and Elliot, I know you're gonna disagree with me. Some of like the melodic songs on like Dead Language a little bit. Like I kind of feel that on this album. There's some like country-ish influence on it. It's kind of all over the place, but there's the one thing about it is I feel like the songs all have like, not to get pretentious here, but like a texture to them. Like they feel upbeat, but there's like an underlying like heaviness or tension. Like you could tell it's not a happy record, but like there's parts of it that are very like upbeat. And I just think it's just very cohesive, well written, and I don't know. I really enjoy the vocals. It's the singer of the Holy Mess, I believe. But I love this band. If you like this one,
yeah.
go check out the last one too.
It
that makes
sounded
sense.
familiar. Yeah. Okay.
I was literally about to say, like, I feel like it sound Dead Language. I'm not getting 100%, John. But
I knew you
I
would
feel
say,
like
yeah.
I feel like the Nimrod Warning comparison meets like a Banner Pilot, The Holy Mess.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a more apt comparison. The lead singer is literally from The Holy Mess. No, this is one of my favorite records you've put on here. Obviously, I'm a big Orgcore junkie, and this is like such a great like. It has like an upbeat tone to it, but like you said, there's this underlying like sadness in the lyricism, and it really does feel like this like dour album that has this really kind of like upbeat, mellow, like Nimrod tone to it. So I think it's excellent. This is one of my favorite records you put on here. So what'd you think of it, Kyle?
Yeah, so John got me on this like not on purpose, because he sent me a vinyl video to edit for a short, and I started listening to it because of that, and I've loved it ever since. But like, John, I think you're gonna disagree with me here, but this reminds me so much of the Menzingers.
No way.
It's like a
It does. It feels like a more
it's like
punky,
poppy-
Menzingers. Yeah, I can say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
mean,
that's all
yeah.
I hear.
I agree. This is exactly like the Menzingers. Sean, you should give the Menzingers another try. You should give them another shot.
Yeah, so I was kind of
Let me-
shocked actually when
I
picked
hear
it,
some of
but
the
yeah.
melodies feel like early Menzinger, like Chamberlain Waits style Menzingers, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some
Like
parts
mo-
that just sound they could easily be in a Menzinger song, but
So easily, John.
yeah.
Let me know which Menzinger album sounds like this, and I'll re-listen to it.
Chamberlain Waits is probably your best bet, so I'd say, right?
Yeah, the earlier
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
The earlier stuff, yeah. So, but John, what is your number 4 slot?
All right, we're breaking the rules. We're breaking the rules because we do have a
Again?
repeat. Yes, we're going to Heart Attack Man's Joyride the Pale Horse.
I don't care about your feelings or your future. I look down on all you bottom-feeding losers. Pay me your subscription to the nightmare that you're living. Something's gotta give. Kill yourself to live. While you're pushed away for fake intelligence, the world you're living in will soon enough be faded into memory. Spit in the face of humanity. Spit in the face of humanity.
That was on Elliot's list, and we said in that video that we weren't doing any repeats. Um, But-
we did say that.
after you guys know, like I took probably a month after you to figure out my list, at least 3 weeks, and I just kept fighting with myself. Like this is in my top 5. Like it didn't feel right to not have it here because like I just love this band. I just feel like no one is doing this sound as good as Heart Attack Man, so it just
Yeah.
felt wrong to leave it out. But we get like the hip hop influence delivery, you get like the 90s alternative obvious influence, but you get the very gritty, angry pop punk too. And it's just like such a
Yeah.
cool blend of styles. And I wish more bands did this well, where they don't kind of deviate too far into those other genres. Like at its core, this is a pop punk album. And I feel like some of the other bands that deviate, they go too far into those other genres where it's kind of loses me. But songs like Spit, Call of the Void, The Gallows, and I love the closing track, the like kind of pseudo acoustic wrap up of this album with the title track. It's just so good.
The Pale Horse.
Yeah,
It's great. It's great. So
I just like it too much to leave it off.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, Kyle's over there pissed because he's like, this would have been in my top 5 as well.
This was the first and only album I had on my list originally. Like I've been like as soon as I heard this, like this is going on the list. But somehow, yeah, whatever, guys. You got some other cool picks to, to listen to on mine. But
it's all
this
good.
album's
John
so
runs the
good.
channel. He can do what he wants. He's kind
Yeah.
of the head honcho. So
If it was I said if it was outside the top 5, I would have left it off. But like
No,
to leave off a top 5 album, it just felt dirty.
it's totally fine. Let's talk about it again. This all made our top 10. I think it's the only
Yeah.
album that probably made all of our top 10s.
For
So.
sure.
I mean, and yeah, like you said, like Into the Guns, great like pop punk track. Then you have like a more like grungy hardcore track like Spit. Then you have like these slower tracks that are like all 90s alternative, like The Gallows. It's super fun. It's an excellent record, right, Kyle?
It's the best. It's so good. Everyone just go listen to it. Pause right now. Go listen to it.
As a
amazing.
tear drops from his
Yeah.
eye. It's the best.
Whatever. At least you got to talk about it twice. I'm happy. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, John. What's your number 3 album slot here, dude?
All right, number 3. This is only out on CD, but we got where is it? The Lizards, Imagination Station.
I want instant gratification, and I know I can't get out when I need it. I got time to show. My ego says me as a puppet to the common cause. The hardest thing I did today was get myself out of bed. You have got to pay your dues. Can't you see there is no clue? Why is it so hard to see? Get out and move.
And this came out in February. It's been in my top 3 since it came out in February. I don't know how this band isn't bigger, because I feel like this is such a refined album for a small band. It's got like skate punk speed, big melodies, crazy good riffs, and the vocals I feel like have a lot of mainstream appeal too. Like I'm hearing like 90s like Brandon Boyd from Incubus is like the closest thing I can figure out with these vocals. But I just like the last album they put out was amazing, and this one kind of surprised me. I feel like there wasn't a lot of build up to it, and that's why there's no vinyl release. I told them like, hit me up next time, let's do vinyl. But just like Pay Your Dues, Path of Least Resistance, like the last 2 songs are like my favorites. And then the opener, which is like an instrumental, but it's like got these awesome riffs. And then No Wax is another really good song. I just like, man, if you like 90s alternative with some like thrashy riffs and some skate punk mixed in, this is like a must listen. Like this band has to get bigger. What do they got? 700 monthly listeners. Let's get that up, guy. Like it's too good.
Kyle, what did you think of the Lizards' Imagination Station?
Okay, so yeah, I love this pick. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm hearing so much gob in some of these songs.
Oh yeah.
I can hear early
hear
God,
that too.
definitely.
Yeah, like even I don't know if it's No Wax, but there's one where there's like just like a bass part, and it sounds so much like the bass from How Far Shallow Can Take You. But yeah,
I
I'm
feel
hearing
like,
I'm hearing like that kind of era of gob in here, and then yeah, obviously a lot of '90s alt influence here. But yeah,
I feel like Gob kind of does that though. Like they kind of did like that a mixture of like skate punk and 90s alt vocal styles a little bit as well, which
Oh,
is
for
what I'm
sure.
hearing here.
yeah.
So I definitely hear the Gob influence. Sorry, continue.
No, that's all I was gonna say. Yeah, go ahead, Elliot.
Okay. No, I was gonna say just Pay Your Dues, dude. What a fucking song. That's the best
Yeah.
song on the record. It's one of my favorite skate punk songs I've heard in a long time. And also I feel like we've talked about it before. Sometimes a lot of skate punk bands, like they either come back or even newer skate punk bands, they kind of start doing way too much production where everything sounds so clean and sparkly and almost just becomes like, hey, what if pop punk bands played more notes a lot of times, where I feel like the Lizards really capture that late 90s sound so well. I think the Gob comparison's really apt. And I feel like the Incubus thing is I ain't that far off. Like on Pay Your Dues, I feel like there is like a little bit of like that
Yes.
90s alternative grunge flavor mixed with like almost like a face-to-face style like vocals as well. Like I don't know, it's really good. Really catchy. I feel like it has these smooth flows with the chorus choruses and everything like that, very much like Face to Face does in a lot of ways. But I thought this was an excellent record. This is one of the best skate punk records of the 2020s, in my opinion. Right now, I love
Hell
this
yeah.
one so much. So I
Yeah.
thought this was great.
Let's get-
I was blown away.
Let's get this
I heard
to
the
more
band.
listeners. Come on.
Yeah, no, it really is great. Also, I just didn't listen to it for a while because the band name was the band name was the Lizards, and I was just like, what the Lizards? What a boring band name! It just sounds like a Ramones core band. It is not a Ramones core band, and they're a really good skate punk band. So,
I think they're from Australia, right? I
Yeah.
think they're an Australian band.
all right, maybe that makes more sense for an Australian band. You know, they got lizards over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really big ones. So- but John, is this number 2 or we're on number 1,
two.
right?
Two,
Number
yeah.
We're
two.
number 2. Okay, that's right. I forgot about this. This is number 2. Yeah.
Number 2,
Boom.
we've got this was my most anticipated album of the year. Dinosaur Pileups. I felt better.
So fuck it. I'ma do it my way. Yeah, yeah. I'ma do it my way. Do it my way. Do it my way. Yeah, yeah. I'ma do it my way. Do it my way. Yeah. Don't gotta grab me or a fancy car. Don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it my way. Yeah, yeah. I'ma do it my way. Kick it. Kiss this, motherfuckers!
They're from Leeds, UK. This was my number 1 album of 2019, and I had to wait 6 years for the follow-up. I think this singer went through a lot of health issues, but this album was shelved for a couple years, and it's so rare that this kind of stuff happens. But I think this is better than Celebrity Mansions, which I had as my favorite album of the last 5 years, and we did that video in 2023, and they just came back like stronger because, man, the way it starts, About to Lose It, I felt better. Punk Kiss is probably my least favorite on the album, but then we get Sick of Being Down, My Way, Big Dogs. But then the album kind of switches like tones on the B side. It gets like a little bit more like melancholy, I guess, and we get into more 90s alternative with like Quasimodo, Melon Heart, and Sunflower, which both of them being some of my favorite songs on the record. And I'm seeing these guys in February, and I'm like really, really stoked because I don't know about you guys, this album just feels like it was meant to be played live. Like these riffs are just so big. Like this feels like a stadium rock punk album. Like the influences I hear most, we get Weezer's pop sensibilities, we get like the riffs and big sound of the Foo Fighters, but like all of it's packaged up in like a punk rock like formula, punk rock sound. And one of my favorite sounding produced albums of the year too. Like this album with a really good set of headphones just sounds completely like badass, like out of its mind, so good. But this is neck and neck with my number 1. I absolutely love this album. It's a 10 out of 10.
No. This is like an amazing record, dude. This is once again, John's old record is like, it's like skate punk, or it's like could have been released in 1998 and been a massive hit. And if this was released in 1998, it would have been a massive hit, dude.
huge.
It'd been huge.
Yeah.
Like I felt better. Sick of Being Down, My Way. The Big Dogs, like is such like a 90s song too. This to me, like he said, it like has some of the sensibilities of Weezer. It sometimes feel like it could be like a lit album. Sometimes it feels like it could be like, you know, like a grungier Nirvana track or something like that. Like it goes in so many directions and it does them all so well and packages them like seamlessly. Like this album just flows perfectly, dude. I love this record. I like, you've been hyping up this band for a while. Big fan of Dinosaur Pileup. This is such a great record. It reminds me of like the when I listen to it, the same feeling we got when we listened to Analysis Paralysis for the first time.
Yeah.
It just feels like this big energy. Every song just feels like it's hits. So, but Kyle, what did you think of Dinosaur Pileup? Also, great band name, right? Let's give it up for Dinosaur Pileup.
Yeah.
So
I love
take some
dinosaurs,
notes,
so-
the lizards. All right, now, a bigger lizard and a better name.
dinosaurs came from birds, but
Oh my gosh, dude. It's revisionist history. No, go ahead. I've seen Jurassic Park, dude. They don't look like birds. Right.
Yeah, no, I love this one too. I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it's my way. There's the part where there's like this kind of like he's kind of like rapping, like the
Yeah.
vocalist.
Yeah.
I don't know why
Little
Elliot, but I
country
I
part.
just picture Elliot just singing that to himself every time I hear it. That's instantly what I hear.
I definitely was.
Yeah, you for sure were. At times this kind of reminds me of Pup. I know you're gonna disagree, John, but I hear like Pup. And I also
wish.
hear like
I wish.
I hear,
Also
like,
sounds
Heart
like the
Attack,
Menzingers too.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
It sounds
I
like
don't-
Pup and the
Oh.
Menzingers and Jeff Rosenstock, I'm pretty sure. No, sorry, Kyle. Go ahead.
uh,
In Streetlight Manifesto, I heard that too. Now go ahead, Kyle.
and the Dance Hall Crashers, but
Yeah.
no.
None of that's real, guys. None of that's real.
Okay, well, yeah, let's stop because this album's really good. So I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
people to get the wrong idea here. But no, I did hear Pup though for sure. I'm not making. That
I
one
can
up.
see a little. The Pup definitely has like those grungy tracks, so I agree. So,
Yeah. Definitely more like a mainstream feel. Like you're saying, I could hear this for sure being played in a huge stadium. I don't know. It's just a great song. It's just a great album.
10 out of 10.
Yeah,
10
10.
out of
It's a 10 out of 10.
It's a 10 out of 10, definitely. All right, here we are, John. Your number one album of the year, number one album of 2025. It beat all the odds. What is the record, John?
No one is surprised. I've been hyping up this album all year long. It is the new Rabies album, High on Sugar.
They call you not skater, what the heck is that? I'm Luke Skate Punker gambling with that. I'm your devil blind, it's a sour spot. And I'm here to say what is hot or not. In the world, inequality takes its toll. Serving 3 course meal for all the starving souls. Let the rookie do an ollie and a fucking spin. Come on, babe, let's do the magic thing. We live in a world where heroes fade from view. Luke Skate Punker still wants to keep it true. Skate is side on the round, defending fun, all around. Treading under the golden sun, for the love of freedom, we'll never bend. May the force be with you until the end. We'll never bend.
From the Czech Republic. We waited a while for this. And another one that was in my best of the last 5 years video that we did in 2023 with Something Tasty. And this one just absolutely annihilates that record. It just sounds so good. Like it captures like that raw pop punk, but it's just like so polished, and the theming is perfect because it's like sweet. It's crisp. It's just endlessly catchy. Another 10 out of 10 album. And it took a while to come out. Like we got Luke Skate Punker like over a year before this album dropped. And I think a couple of the other singles too, maybe from 2024. And then we finally got this in May. And Murderholics and I did the first listen to this one, a little bit of the throwback. But
R.I.P. to the real one.
yeah,
Yeah.
we got I feel like if you guys like pop punk, especially like the late 90s, early 2000s pop punk, if you just start this on Candy Shop, it's going to be really hard to stop listening. And then we get
Oh.
like Luke Skate Punker, which is a standout, 2 Magnets, MTV, Instant Karma, a little bit of a blazer. And then like I feel like Punk Ready, maybe my favorite song, like on the back half, and then even
Mhm.
Quitters this is my favorite, like, no bullshit, guys. This is my favorite pop punk album of easily the last 5 years. I've listened to this thing. I think when we do the bots on Discord, I think I'm up to like 600 times I've listened to this, and I have the vinyl. So I've listened to this. How many songs are there? 12. I have 11, 12. I've listened to this album like 50, 60 times, and it's my favorite. Without a doubt, this is my favorite. And look at that beautiful artwork
It's amazing.
from
Yeah.
yeah, it's
The artwork's
just
amazing.
so cool.
dude.
So cool.
Kyle, what did you think of High on Sugar by the Rabies?
I don't know. Ever since I put it on like the first time, I was like hooked right away. And I'm not even like a big pop punker. There's no skips on this. and I love the Luke Skate Punker. At first, when
It's
I
so
first heard it,
good.
I was like, "This is kind of cheesy," but then I'm like, "This is perfect."
It's fun.
Yeah,
It's
it's so
fun.
good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. If you
Um,
don't know, the beginning of Luke Skate Punker, he is doing the corniest like 1980s style rap, but then
Yeah.
it goes into this like absolutely super catchy pop punk song. It's awesome.
yeah. And yeah, you can't say enough about the art. Like, it just reminds me of like Cuphead or
I was
like
about to
all
say
that old
Cuphead, too.
school cartoon stuff,
Dude.
right?
Yeah, the rubber
it's
hose
so
style
well.
is like done perfectly here.
Yeah.
Dude, this is so catchy, John. At first, I wasn't sure like where it stacked rabies wise, because I thought like maybe it was a little overproduced at first. But going back to it, I actually think the production is like perfect for what they're trying
Perfect.
to achieve with
Yeah.
this record. And even like the song MTV, what a catchy little pop punk track. It almost sounds like it could be like, well, if people are, it might tune out if I say it, but Good Charlotte a little bit, like a good early Good Charlotte song. I feel like it hits that vibe as well. So I know some people think Good Charlotte has no good songs. I would disagree. I feel like they've got a lot of super fun songs. So give them a little
Agreed.
slack just because they dress like idiots. All right. Waldorf, Maryland represent. But yeah, Luke Skate Punker is so fun. And this thing, it does. It hits like that perfect in between of pop punk and skate punk. And also just the nasally vocals on this guy are so good. It's like that perfect na 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 na. It's great. I love it. This is another one. I feel like your top 5 is super solid. So
Yeah.
I like every single one of these records I'm going to be listening to, over the years. So definitely going back to the Rabies High on Sugar. And it's their best record. I agree. It's their best record. And so there it is. John's definitive top 10. No changes were made. He basically had this ready to go as soon as we asked. It was locked in. There was no bouncing all around. This is the definitive John Core top 10. Excellent top 10 from John. John, you've got a couple shout out though for records that came out this year that did not make the cut. What do we got?
All right. So let's see. All the ones I said in the beginning, but then the Boy Detective Disco Lunch. This is what's hard. Is like these albums that come out in November, December. It's hard to stack them up against stuff you've been listening to all year.
Yeah.
But I loved the Boy Detective album. That's my ska album of the year. Then
The bass lines were crazy on that thing. Sorry, go ahead.
a couple of Felony Records albums that I really liked that came out late. The Hobo Bridge album and Flag on Fire album. I thought both of those were fantastic. Silly Goose, it broke my heart to not include it, but I just didn't want to read those comments. But Keys to the City is easily one of my favorite albums of the year. Super fun band. Then, honestly, I thought the Teenage Bottle Rocket had a good comeback with Ready to Roll. I thought that was a nice course correct. I wasn't a fan of the last two, but I thought this album was solid. Then I wanted to include the Ninjas and Aliens album, but I wasn't sure if it was only 9 songs. And it was really short, so I'm gonna include that in my best of EPs. But that's a really fun album if you're into earlier NoFX. I'd say like White Trash and Ribbed. Go check that record out. And then, man, I got so many. But honestly, Good Charlotte, Motel Du Cap, I thought was a good album from them. But it was mostly for Rejects and Stepper. That's the reason I didn't include it. I felt like outside of those two.
We're going to be talking about the Good Charlotte album soon, guys. So stay tuned. All right.
Yeah, it fell off after those are miles above the other songs, so that kind of hurt it.
Oh, we'll have a whole discussion on Motel Du Cap. So
Just a couple more of that. OC Demons, More Than Meets the Eye, really good album. Ways Away, I'm Not You, probably be my pure Orcore album of the year. The Raging Nathans, Room for One More, I think is the best Raging Nathans album. And Debt Neglector kind of rips. Broke my heart to leave that off. Abracadabra, Pack Your Bags. No Strings Attached is my ska punk song of the year. And there's a couple. I feel like I'm gone on too long, but the Rotsack album, Head Rush, would be in my top 5 hardcore albums of the year also. So let's package it all up there. Riptides, Utopia Now, Nervous Laugh, Haters. But
just 20 more, guys. Hold on.
We'll just stop me before I go too far. The Lies, Faster Forward, Dutch Nuggets,
Heathcliff, yeah, I was gonna say.
There
listen
we
to
go.
Heathcliff.
We
There you
could
go.
probably stop you now. I think we got it. So, if you want to follow all these bands and stuff, join the Discord because John posts all the new music and New Music Fridays, and we all discuss like new music and old music all the time. So, definitely go down and check out the Discord. Let us know your top 10 records of 2025 down below if you haven't already yet. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to go to punkrockradar.limitedrun.com. So support the channel. It helps out a lot of small independent bands. And, if you got criticisms, what are you doing? All right. What are you doing? All right. So, all right. Peace out, guys.